present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Jack D.
Hello, and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. You join us this week on a visit to Manchester. The world's first passenger railway station opened in Manchester's Liverpool Road in 1830 before moving to its current site in 1847. What's funny about that? Today, Manchester Piccadilly hosts cross-country and long-distance intercity services to many national destinations, and every other Saturday it transports thousands of disappointed Manchester United fans back to London. This year, Manchester United unveiled plans to build a new stadium next to Old Trafford, costing £2.6 billion and with a capacity of 100,000. The new stadium has been commended for its ergonomic use of space. For example, the pitch can double as a performance space for concerts, the media hub can double as a high-tech conference space, and the trophy room can double as a broom cupboard. Noel and Liam Gallagher are from the Longsight area of Manchester. Interestingly, the brothers were both exactly £8 when they were born, although in just 12 hours this increased to £149 due to dynamic pricing. In 1904, Charles Rolls and Henry Royce met in Manchester's Midland Hotel. 2 years later, Rolls-Royce was founded. Coincidentally, at a neighbouring table, a similar first meeting was happening between legendary biscuit makers Alfred Jammy and Isambard Dodger. Manchester's Bridgewater Hall, from where we are broadcasting today, is home to a magnificent £1.2 million concert organ, which I'm told boasts an extraordinary 76 stops. To find anything with more stops than that, you'd need to catch the Avanti West Coast train to Macclesfield. Let's meet the teams. On my right, please welcome Gary Delaney and Rory Bremner. And on my left, Pippa Evans and Tony Hawks. And taking her place at the desk next to me to enjoy an evening of scoring, please welcome the ever delightful Samantha. Well, we begin this week with a round that's all about films. Hollywood loves making money, so with a new administration in the White House, producers have rebranded several classic movies to appeal to MAGA voters. Amongst the favourites are All the President's Yes Men, The Man Who Knew Too Little, and To Russia with Love. Even the smallest addition can mean a substantial change to a movie. So, teams, in this round, I'd like you, please, to suggest films likely to be ruined by the simple addition of a letter R to their titles. Rory, you can start this, please.
Fantastic Breasts and Where to Find Them.
Pippa.
Carry On Cramping.
Gary.
The Lady Varnishes.
And Tony.
Angela's Rashes.
A Fish Called Rwanda.
This is an Australian franchise. Rosemary's Barbie.
Pirates of the Caribbean. R.
Watership Drown. Sorry.
Fly Me to the Moron.
Time now for a musical round, as I ask the teams to sing one song to the tune of another. Providing piano accompaniment, we have Colin Sell. Incidentally, admirers of heavy rock might be interested to know that Colin has spent the last 18 months playing keyboards in the darkness. What a relief it must be to have those cataracts finally fixed. Okay, we'll start with you. Rory Bremner, I'd like you to sing the words of Common People by Pulp to the tune of George Formby's When I'm Cleaning Windows.
Now she came from Greece, she had a thirst for knowledge. She studied sculpture at St Martin's College. That's where I caught her eye. She told me that her dad was loaded. I said, in that case I'll have a rum and Coca-Cola. She said fine, and then in 30 seconds time she said, I wanna live like common people. I wanna do whatever common people do. Wanna sleep with common people. I wanna sleep with common people like you. Well, what else could I do? I said, I'll see what I can do. I took to a supermarket, did my mother, but I had to start it somewhere, so it started there. I said, pretend you got no money. She just laughed and said, oh, you are so funny. Turned out nice again.
You now, Gary Delaney, I'd like you to sing the words of Brown Girl in the Ring by Boney M to the tune of Lou Reed's Perfect Day.
Brown girl in the ring, tra-la-la-la-la. There's a brown girl in the ring, tra-la-la. Brown girl in the ring, tra-la-la-la-la. She looks like a sugar in a plum, plum, plum. Show me your motion, tra-la-la-la-la. Come on, show me your motion, tra-la-la-la-la-la. She looks like a sugar in a plum, plum, plum.
Delaney. Finally, Bridgewater Hall gets someone who can actually sing. Your turn now, Tony Hawks. I'd like you to sing the words of Guess by Charlie XCX to the tune of Underneath the Arches by Flanagan and Allen.
You wanna guess the color of my underwear? You wanna know what I got going on down there? Is it pretty in pink, or is it all see-through? Is it showing off my brand new lower back tattoo? Wanna put them in your mouth, pull them all down south. You wanna turn this shit out. That's what I'm talking about. Try it, bite it, lick it, spit it, pull it to the side and get all up in it.
And finally, Pippa Evans. I'd like you to sing the words of the Hokey Cokey to the tune of Without You by Mariah Carey and Harry Nilsson and others.
You put your left arm in, you put your left arm out. In out, shake it all about. You do the hokey cokey and you turn around. That's what it's all about. You put your right arm in, You put your right arm out, in, out, shake it all about. You do the hokey cokey and you turn around. That's what it's all about. Oh, the hokey cokey.
Is that it then? Well, this next round is called I Hear with My Little Ear. And as you may have guessed, it's a radio version of the children's playground favourite, 5-card stud. Right, the teams will hear a series of sounds and it'll be their job to correctly guess what it is they're hearing and begin their answer with the words, I hear with my little ear. So here we go with the first sound, please, Ronson.
Who's Ronson?
Well, he's our sound effects engineer.
Oh, is he the big guy who used to work at Broadcasting House?
No, you're thinking of Mike. Ronson's a little lighter. The first sound effects, please. Rory.
Is it a kettle?
It is a kettle, but unfortunately I didn't hear with my little ear you saying I hear with my little ear, so I'm afraid I can't allow any points. Next sound, please, Ronson. Gary.
I hear with my little ear sellotape.
Well done, Gary, for being the first player to remember to say I hear with my little ear.
1 point for me.
No, because it was actually masking tape. Next sound, please. Yeah, Rory.
I hear with my little ear a lawnmower.
No, it's not. It's not a lawnmower. It is, in fact, Colin arriving in his car this afternoon. So, on we go. Next sound, please. Rory.
I hear with my little ear a bush.
Well, obviously, yes, but for the point I need to know who exactly is in the bush.
Okay, can I hear it again?
Yeah.
Is it Russell?
Yes, it is Russell. Well done. Well done, Pippa. And I'm sure you did hear that with your little ear, so I'll take that as read. Well done, Pippa. How about this one? Gary?
I hear with my little ear, is it a jaguar?
No, it's a leopard. Next one.
I hear with my little ear a jaguar.
Yes, that is a jaguar, correct. Well done again, Pippa. Really putting the rest of them to shame, aren't you? Well done. How about this one?
I hear with my little ear a harp being played. Jack? I said I hear with my little ear the sound of a harp being played.
Sorry, I was miles away.
Jack, just before you go on, I should have had a wee before I came. I need to go. Can I nip out?
No, you can't.
Oh,
Be
bloody hell.
professional.
All right.
Here's another sound effect. Anyone? No? Let's play it again, shall we? No? Any guesses? Tony, something you want to say?
Yeah, I really need a wee, Jack. Come on.
I'm sorry, you can't go. Just tie a knot in it. I can tell you that it's actually a mountain spring trickling down a rocky hillside. Trickle, trickle, trickle. Yeah. Right, let's see what we've got for you next. Gary.
I hear with my little ear a lion roaring.
No. The correct answer is the start of any film made by Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. What? What happened there? What happened there, Ronson?
No, that was me. Sorry, Jack.
Oh, Tony. Yes, please, Ronson.
I hear with my little ear the start of any film made by J. Arthur Rank.
Nice try, Pippa. So close. It's actually the gong that tells us it's the end of the game. Well, this next game is all about words. The words we use for place names are fascinating. In France, there's a town called Condom. In Arizona, there's a town called Y. There's even a town in Australia called Bald Knob. Coincidentally, there's a Bald Knob in the UK, located just outside Ashworth in Kent. He used to present MasterChef. Okay, the teams will now take it in turns to improvise some written correspondence with two players providing one word each at a time. And the subject of your correspondence today will be an issue of concern to the good people of Manchester. So, audience, can I have suggestions, please, of any causes of complaint that have been troubling the local community? A problem... I heard Northern Trains. Is it Northern Trains? Correct, okay. And so who would be responsible for Northern Trains? Is it just the CEO of Northern Trains?
Probably no one.
Evidently. And what is your name, sir? Rob. Okay. Would you like a job writing? So, I'd like you to start composing a letter of complaint from Rob to the CEO of Northern Trains, and that's from Rory and Gary, and then Pippa and Tony will come up with a reply. So off you go, please, Rory and Gary.
Dear,
No one.
I
Am
writing
with
a
pen.
to
Make
a
furious.
complaint.
Your
Service
is
crap.
frequently
I
am
standing
crying
on
the
station
here
waiting
for
a
train. I'm going to say in my defense, I was acting out the drama of waiting for a train. Why
on
earth
are
you
in
business?
if
You
do
not,
improve
I
will
get
my
gun
and
motivate
your
staff.
yours
Apologetically,
Rob.
Dear,
Rob.
what?
A attitude
Bitch,
should
you
ever
write
to
me
like
that.
again
I'll
come
round
your
house
and
get
pissed.
trains
Aren't
about
moving
their
about
living.
Rob.
You
threatened
me
with
gun
that
is
against
my
principles,
so
I'm
replying
thus.
sorry. Lots
Of
love,
Mr.
CEO.
The next game is a musical one entitled Song Stoppers. In this round, panellists from each team will take it in turn to sing the opening line to a series of well-known songs. It's the job of their teammate to answer each opening line in a manner likely to end the song altogether. At the piano, we have Colin Sell. Incidentally, Colin once wrote to the great Sir Simon Rattle, offering him a complimentary seat in the dress circle at one of Colin's theatre recitals. Sir Simon was kind enough to reply, saying that he'd actually prefer to be in a box, ideally velvet lined with brass handles. Okay, you can go first. Rory and Gary, can we have your medley of first lines, please?
Hello? Is there anybody in there?
Yep, I'd give it 5 minutes if I were you. If I were to say to you, can you keep a secret? Would you know just what to do or where to keep it?
I'd probably take it to Mar-a-Lago.
Move, bitch! Get out the way! Get out the way, bitch! Get out the way! Move, bitch! Get out the way! Get out the way, bitch! Get out the way!
We apologise for some of the language in our coverage of Crofts.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings.
I'm putting 25% tariffs on all of those. I am the god of hellfire, and I give you...
Teslas?
Your turn now, Pippa and Tony. Can we have your first line medleys, please?
I believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing.
Halifax. When are you gonna come down?
Soon as I find the box with the Christmas lights.
It's time to try defying gravity. I think I'll try defying gravity.
Captain, your microphone's still on.
Time goes by so slowly. Time goes by so slowly. Time goes by so slowly.
And frankly, this isn't helping. I'm so excited, I just can't hide it.
Put it away, Tony. The sun'll come out tomorrow.
You've not been to Manchester before, have you?
Well, it's very nearly the end of the show. But to honour Manchester as the home of the vegetarian movement in the UK, there is just time to fit in a quick round of Vegetarian Film Club. Incidentally, green-fingered Samantha has her own vegetable garden where each year she cultivates okra from seed with the aid of a gentleman gardener friend. After watching him prick out in the greenhouse, she usually joins him in the raised bed, where after a preparatory fork she plants her lady's fingers in every hole. And our thanks go to Dame Joan Bakewell for that one. Anyway, in this round, teams, I'd like you please to suggest the titles of films likely to be enjoyed by an audience of vegetarians. Rory, you can start.
The Texas Chainsaw Brassica.
Pippa.
The lamb shank rejection.
Gary.
Children of the Corn.
And Tony.
The Last Temptation of Christ, that bacon looks good.
Monty Python and the Holy Kale.
12 Hungry Men.
Meat free in St. Louis.
Debbie does salad.
Lentil.
Whatever happened to baby carrots?
The Man in the Iron Deficient Mask.
Mrs. Sproutfire.
Rear Wind. Oh,
Tofu Panda.
Meet the Fockers.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, as the turkey twizzlers of time are fed to the pensioners of posterity, while the trans fats of fate slowly clog the arteries of eternity, I notice it's the end of the show. So from the teams, Samantha, myself, and our audience here in Manchester, it's goodbye. Goodbye.
Gary Delaney, Tony Hawks, Pippa Evans and Rory Bremner were being given silly things to do by Jack D, with Colin setting some of them to music. The programme consultants were Fraser Steele and Stephen Dick, and the producer was John Naismith.
We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Jack D.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. You join us this week on a visit to Manchester, which regularly records the heaviest rainfall in the UK. In fact, according to the Met Office's International Wetness Scale, Manchester places exactly between Equatorial Guinea and Sir Keir Starmer. In 1830, the Duke of Wellington opened the world's first passenger railway here. The Manchester to Liverpool line is still one of the busiest routes in the northwest, and every day dozens of Mancunians make the 40-minute journey to Liverpool for shopping, sightseeing, and retrieving stolen mountain bikes. Manchester's famous Curry Mile on the Winslow Road is home to a huge collection of Indian restaurants and takeaways. The Curry Mile is actually only half a mile long. It just feels like a mile when you're desperately trying to make it back to your house in time. It's not for nothing that the area is called Rush Home. It's believed as many as 200 languages are spoken in Manchester. Well, 201 if you count whatever it is that Bez from Happy Monday speaks. Professors Novozolov and Geim won a Nobel Prize for developing graphene at the University of Manchester. Graphene is the world's thinnest substance, the width of a single carbon atom. It's thought the pair were inspired to create their super-thin material after stopping at a Services on the M62 in Yorkshire and examining the filling of their ham sandwich. But they're not alone in peddling a line of unbelievably thin material. Let's meet the teams. On my right, please welcome Gary Delaney and Rory Bremner. And on my left, Pippa Evans and Tony Hawks. And taking his place on the scoring desk next to me, please welcome our resident tree trunk in trunks, the immaculate Sven. Well, we start this week with some new additions to the Uxbridge English Dictionary. A good dictionary is essential for learning the correct use of similar terms. For example, many don't understand the difference between certain specialist terms, such as belt sander and angle grinder. Well, belt sander refers to a sanding machine that uses an abrasive belt to smooth surfaces, usually wood, whereas angle grinder is a dating app for geometry enthusiasts. But the meanings of words are constantly changing, teams. So your suggestions, please, of any new definitions you may have spotted recently. Pippa, you can start this.
Misconception. Teenage pregnancy.
Gary.
Turrets, the part of a castle where you go to swear.
Rory.
Bishopric, annoying clergyman.
Tony.
Sea lion. Something that gets the creases out of seals.
Hippocampus, the part of the brain used to imagine what it would look like if hippos went to university.
Netanyahu, an Israeli search engine.
Twerking, what a Yorkshireman does to earn top wages.
Terse, what a Geordie has at the end of his feet.
Jocular. Scottish vampire.
Pilot whale, the first ever whale.
Tendentious, 5 pairs of false teeth.
Simian, a state of semi-arousal caused by watching monkeys have sex.
Gujarati, lucky you like painting.
Okay, well, the teams are going to sing along to some well-known songs now in the round called Pick-Up Song. In this round, Sven will spin the discs, and each of you teams will sing along to your records until Sven turns the music down. If, on its return, you're within a gnat's crotchet of the original, I'll be awarding points. And points mean a frankly stomach-churning exercise in the denial of independent thought. What do points mean? Yes. And this week's prize is the perfect high-fidelity system for your classic flying car. It's this Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and Olufsen. Gary, you can start, and I'd like you to accompany Manchester band, the Bee Gees, singing Stayin' Alive.
Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk, and I'm a woman's man, no time to talk. Music loud and women warm, I've been kicked around since I was born. That's all right, I'm okay. You may look the other way. We can try to understand the New York Times effect on man. Whether you're a brother or whether you're a mother, you're staying alive, staying alive. Feel the city breaking and everybody shaking, and we're staying alive, staying alive. Ah, 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 ah. Staying alive, staying alive. Ah, 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 ah. Staying alive.
Okay, you're next, Rory. I'd like you to accompany Manchester band 10cc singing Dreadlock Holiday.
I was walking down the street, concentrating on trucking right. I heard a dark voice beside of me, and I looked round in a state of fright. I saw 4 faces, one mad, a brother from the gutter. They looked me up and down a bit and turned to each other. I say, I don't like cricket. Oh no, I love it. I don't like cricket. Oh no, I love it. Don't you walk through my words, got to show some respect.
I don't know why you're clapping, he was miles out. You now, Tony, would you accompany Manchester band Take That, singing Back for Good?
I guess now it's time for me to give up. I feel it's time. Got a picture of you beside me. Got the lipstick mark still on your coffee cup. Oh yeah. Got a fist of your emotion. Got a head of shattered dreams. Gotta leave it all behind now. Whatever I said, whatever I did, I didn't mean it. I just want you back for good. Whenever I'm wrong, just tell me the song and I'll sing it. You'll be right and understood. I want you back for good. I want you back for good.
Thank you. And finally, Pippa, in celebration of the announcement of his official playlist, your song has been chosen by none other than His Majesty King Charles, who I'm delighted to say has recorded for us this special message.
Thank you so much for inviting me to choose a pickup song for your show. This is one I used when I picked up Camilla. Great thing is, whenever you hear it, you just can't help wanting to get up and dance. It's O mio bambino caro by Puccini, sung by Kiri Takano.
Okay, the teams are going to do a spot of acting for us now in the round called Sound Charades. In our version of charades, team members are permitted the use of their voices. So Pippa and Tony, you're to start, please, and your title will shortly be displayed to the audience via the laser display screen. And for listeners at home, here's the mystery voice.
Whose line is it anyway? Whose line is it anyway?
Okay, off you go, Pippa and Tony.
Right, this is a TV show.
It's got 5 words.
Okay. I really must insist you remove your petticoat and take down those knickers.
I beg your pardon.
And that blouse and stockings.
But I've only just hung them out to dry.
Ah, that's as may be, madam. But this is my garden. It should be quite obvious to anyone that one end of the cord is tied to my house and the other to my tree. Both on my side of the hedge.
But I always hang my washing here.
Not anymore, you don't.
You can't stop me.
Can't I? Then answer me one simple question.
Okay, so obviously it's a line,
Yep.
Yeah.
and we have to decide whose it is.
Whose line is it anyway?
Okay, it's your turn, Rory and Gary. Your title is now being exhibited on the laser display board. And here again is the mystery voice for listeners at home.
Ice Age. Ice Age.
So it's a film,
Yeah.
and it's 2 words. Film, 2 words. Hey up, Obadiah. You making your famous stuffing?
Aye.
I couldn't trouble you for the ingredients, could I?
Aye.
I assume you must start with an onion.
Aye. Onion.
And a clove of garlic.
Aye. Garlic.
Breadcrumbs.
Aye. Breadcrumbs.
And maybe an egg to bind it.
Aye. Egg.
And finally, sage.
Aye.
He didn't want to say sage again, did he? Not after I.
No, he didn't.
Otherwise, he would have said I
Ice
sage.
Age.
Well done. Okay, the next game's a new one called Marching Time. In these troubled times, people seem to have lost their sense of pride. Well, we've all seen movies where a platoon is marching along, chanting a rousing chorus, raising their spirits and bigging themselves up. So now we're going to try out some marching chants for other occupations. The formula is a call and response between the 2 teams, and the marching feet are provided by the King's Own Grenadier Guards. So it's up, 2, 3, 4, and let's hear those marching feet, please. Right, I'll call out the name of each team in turn, together with the name of a different occupation or group, after which you teams will begin your chant. And the first up is Rory and Gary. And you, Rory and Gary, will be the Greater Manchester Police.
We're the police force, we solve crime.
We're the police force, we solve crime.
Thanks for dialing 999.
Thanks for dialing 999.
There's no one here to man the phone.
There's no one here to man the phone.
Leave a message at the tone.
Leave a message at the tone.
Okay, your turn now, Tony and Pippa, and you will be supermarket self-checkout supervisors.
Standing watching all of you.
Standing watching all of you.
Scan every other item through.
Scan every other item through.
To stop you stealing, I'll get tough.
To stop you stealing, I'll get tough.
I don't get paid enough.
I don't get paid enough.
Back to you, Rory and Gary, and you'll be former Mock the Week panellists.
Once on TV, I was hot.
Once on TV, I was hot.
In my 50s, now I'm not.
In my 50s, now I'm not.
All the kids think I'm a bore.
All the kids think I'm a bore.
So here I am on Radio 4.
So here I am on Radio 4.
You now, Tony and Pippa, and you are gentle parents.
1, 2, 3, 4. Gentle parenting's the way.
Gentle parenting's the way.
Never shouting, not today.
Never shouting, not today.
Though I discipline with grace.
Though I discipline with grace.
I want to punch them in the face.
You again, Rory and Gary, and you'll be Tesla owners.
Out of range, the battery's dead.
Out of range, the battery's dead.
Now we're walking home instead.
Now we're walking home instead.
To save the Earth, we took a punt.
To save the Earth, we took a punt.
But it turned out Elon isn't nice.
And finally, Tony and Pippa, you are proctologists.
We look at your rectal issues.
We look at your rectal issues.
We've got loads of lube and tissues.
We've got loads of lube and tissues.
If it hurts, please be aware.
If it hurts, please be aware.
I may have left my watch up there.
I may have left my watch up there.
Well, it's now time for a round that's all about the world of broadcasting, which seems to announce a new programme commission daily. For example, Amazon Prime have announced a new reality show in which a disagreeable, boorish man suffers a midlife crisis, leaves his wife, and with no relevant experience or qualifications, opens a chemist shop, then grumbles how it doesn't make any money. It's called Clarkson's Pharmacy. Now, the people whose job it is to come up with ideas for radio and TV shows can be remarkably lazy with their programme titles, so I'll ask the teams to assume the role of continuity announcers, introducing examples of programmes where the content has been contrived to suit what someone thought would make a clever title. Tony, you can start.
Coming up next on BBC One, the crime drama set on a well-known Scottish archipelago, now sadly polluted by sewage discharge. That's Shitland tonight at 9.
Gary.
Coming up next, it's the crossover you never knew you needed. Ocean's 11 meets Radio 4. But controversy strikes as the charismatic lead is replaced by Jack D in I'm Sorry, I Haven't a Clooney.
Rory.
Later on Radio 4, a new series in which Kirsty Lang travels to each region of the UK in an attempt to find the country's finest sperm bank. That's Round Britain Jizz this Friday at 11:30.
On ITV at 8 o'clock, mystery guests sing songs while wearing elaborate masks before a celebrity jury attempts to guess which is the least attractive. That's The Masked Minger at 8 o'clock.
Next on ITV, a new game show, giving contestants a chance to win any of an amazing selection of panty liners. That's the sale of the sanitary. Next.
Coming up next, Chris Hemsworth is back in the Marvel crossover that's also a sequel to Frozen. Thor.
A fantasy epic on BBC Now with a tale spanning multiple worlds in which a threatening godlike figure suffers several bouts of sexually transmitted infections. That's His Dark Venereals, BBC.
Next on BBC Two, Dara O'Brien is back as the host of the quickfire topical panel show for Chinese cannibals who eat the shy. It's Wok the Meek. And you can hear the footsteps of me going all round the houses to get to that one.
Well, it's now time to play a game called Exam or Bedroom. We all know the secret to exam success is intensive preparation, be it a driving test or a maths exam. Our own Rory Bremner was telling us only last week how he sailed through a recent test. He emerged exhausted but triumphant from his rigorous prostate exam, albeit after 24 hours of intensive cramming. Well, teams, in this round, I'd like you to come up with phrases that might be suitable to use both in the bedroom and during an exam. You can start, Gary.
Turn over now, please.
Tony.
Is this the common entrance?
Miss Wilson showed us this last term.
Excuse me, when I'm finished, I'm allowed 15 minutes on my own.
No one told me this would be in there.
Can I put my hand up?
If you're feeling nervous, just remember that many, many people have gone before you.
Remember, no going to the toilet halfway through.
It was a lot to take in, but somehow I managed it.
I'll need another sheet.
Well, it's time for some music now in the round called Swanee Kazoo. This is the round where the teams duet to combine the ambrosial whisper of the Swanee whistle with the bronchial burp of the kazoo. The kazoo made the news recently at Sotheby's when a rare 18th century Viennese kazoo came under the hammer. And when the hammer didn't work, the auctioneer smashed it with a house brick. Providing piano accompaniment, we have Colin Sell. As incidentally, Colin was telling us how his agent declines all offers for him to appear on Strictly Come Dancing on the grounds that Colin has 2 left feet. Yeah, when we first inquired, I don't recall his agent telling us anything about Colin's 2 left hands. In tribute to Manchester's Bridgewater Hall, this week's songs are all classical. So, Rory and Gary, you can start, and I'd like you to provide us with a rendition of the Dance of the Hours from La Gioconda by Ponchielli, to feature Gary Delaney on the kazoo and Rory Bremner on the Swanee whistle. Tony and Pippa, I'd like you to provide us with a rendition of the Pizzicato Polka from Sylvia by Delaney, to feature Tony Hawks on the kazoo and Pippa Evans on the Swanee whistle. Well, it's very nearly the end of the show. But there is just time to fit in a quick round of Northwestern's songbook. Sven recently visited the Northwest to play a game of rugby league with a team of strapping northern lads he met for the first time in the changing room before the game. Though renowned for his spectacular tattle, Sven was understandably nervous he might not fit in. He needn't have worried, scoring 5 times, including 2 conversions and a successful last-minute try. And he said the game afterwards was a lot of fun as well. In this round, teams, I'd like you to suggest for us the titles of songs likely to prove popular with an audience from the northwest of England. You can start, Gary.
Message in a bootle.
Pippa.
Stuck in the Lidl in Crewe.
Tony.
When I'm cleaning Widnes.
Rory.
Under Cheshire.
Timperley for the devil.
I can see clearly now the rain had... Oh, it started again.
I've been to Paradise, but I've never been to Lee.
I like big butties and I cannot lie.
Hit me with your lithium stick.
Corrie seems to be the hardest word.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, as the treasured premiership title of time is surrendered at the Etihad of eternity, and the trusty Old Trafford dinner lady of destiny is dismissed by the billionaire bastard of brutality, I notice it's the end of the show. So, from the teams, Sven, myself, and our audience here in Manchester, it's goodbye. Goodbye.
Barry Delaney, Tony Hawks, Pippa Evans and Rory Bremner were being given silly things to do by Jack D, with Colin setting some of them to music. The programme consultants were Fraser Steele and Stephen Dick, and the producer was John Naismith.
We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin and your chairman is Jack D.
Hello, and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. You join us this week on a visit to Warwick. Warwick's magnificent castle was originally built to ward off attacks from the north and features a hole in the gateway through which the defenders would throw rocks, hot water and boiling oil at the invading hordes. They did eventually stop using boiling oil after they found it was actually attracting northerners keen to make chips. In the 16th century, Warwick Castle served as the temporary home to an elephant from a travelling circus. An elephant was an unheard-of sight in those days, and the creature attracted a huge crowd drawn from all over the West Midlands. Indeed, it remained the biggest recorded crowd in the region until March this year, when a bin lorry was spotted in Birmingham. Warwick's Market Hall Museum boasts a live observation beehive where you can actually see the drones and workers making honey. There's even a section where visitors can sit and watch the Queen as she sleeps, known as the Michael Fagan experience. Yeah, one for the teenagers, that, isn't it? Let's meet the teams. On my left, please welcome Miles Jupp and Lucy Porter. And on my right, Marcus Brigstocke and Harry Enfield. And taking her place at the desk next to me to enjoy an evening of scoring, please welcome the ever-delightful Samantha. Well, we begin this week with a round that's all about books. A misplaced letter can be ruinous to the success of a book, as was borne out by the disappointing sales figures following publication of Thomas Hardy's The MILF on the Floss. And similar is true for the authors themselves. So, teams, in this round, I'd like you, please, to suggest the names of certain well-known authors for whom the simple change of a single letter would have proved ruinous. You can start this one, Marcus.
P.G. Woodlouse.
Lucy.
Barbara Fartland.
Harry.
David Wally-I-Ams.
Miles.
Muriel Spank.
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Oscar Wilde.
Leo Toy Story.
Farting Amos.
Neville Shite.
Jilly Pooper.
Salman Rushdie.
The Irish Chekhov, Anton Chekhov.
I was going to change one letter of Kurt Vonnegut, but I don't think we'll get it on.
Did you have another one?
Yes.
You can go for it then, go.
Terry Batshit. I've got another one.
Oh, please.
Piles Jupp. I've got another one.
You've got one.
Jack Wee.
Well, this next round is called Word for Word, and it's all about words. Every year, more than 3,000 new words and phrases are added to the Cambridge Dictionary, the latest being the word mid, which is defined as describing something that is mediocre, unimpressive, or disappointing. But of course, I don't need to tell that to the audience here in Warwick, many of whom will have lived their entire lives in the Midlands. Miles is laughing and he wrote it. In this round, each team takes it in turn to exchange a series of words, while the opposing team should challenge if they detect a connection between any of these words, okay? I'd like you to start exchanging completely unconnected words, Marcus and Harry. Lucy and Miles, it's your job to try to spot a connection. If I uphold the challenge, I'll ask you to take over, and so on. Off you go, please, Marcus and Harry.
Bubble wrap.
Battleship.
Apple juice.
Cashew.
Winky.
Lucy, cashew, winky, something you want to tell us?
I mean, you've seen where I'm going. I have seen a winky that looks like a cashew.
Salted or dry roasted?
I'm not sure I'm going to give you that challenge. I think we'll try and take it up a notch, cerebrally. Shall we try and just
absolutely,
try and keep it a little bit clean
cleaner,
from now
higher
on?
brow.
So back to you, Harry and Marcus.
Divan.
Filter.
Honky tonks.
Solid.
Curtain rod.
Funnel.
Miles, curtain rod funnel.
Absolutely disgusting.
Would you like to explain why?
I don't think it needs explaining, Jack.
You're probably right. Well, I'll on this occasion, I will accept that the challenge of curtain rod and funnel. Back to you, Miles and Lucy.
Cottage.
Whippet.
Threat.
Marcus, what was 2 words was that?
Threat and whippet. I mean, I went to boarding school, so those 2 words are firmly linked in my mind. It was sort of constant threat from the lower 5th.
Yeah. Please be careful not to trigger other panellists while you're playing this game.
I'm surprised Miles could get the words out, to be honest.
Okay, well, I'll accept that. Over to you, Harry and Marcus.
Tonka.
Flounce.
Squid.
Biro.
Cartwheel.
Trans-Siberian.
Bin bag.
Miles, Trans-Siberian bin bag?
Well, they must exist.
I think technically most of the things mentioned do exist.
No, but as a coupling, they must exist.
You must get them on the Trans-Siberian, get bin
Well, if you
bags.
get on the Trans-Siberian Railway, for instance, presumably they have bins, don't they? And the bins would have bags in them, so when people cook their empty apple juice cartons or
Yes,
whatever.
I see your point, if you really want to suck all the fun out of it.
I've been on the Trans-Siberian Railway.
And can you attest?
There were no bin bags.
No bin bags.
So I don't want to turn on my own teammate here, but we don't say that anymore. You just say Siberian.
Siberian. For both those reasons, I think we can't allow the challenge. So it is back to Harry and Marcus. And the gong tells us that everyone's had enough. Our next round is called Is It a Bird? I'm going to play the teams some sound effects, and all they have to do is to tell me if the sound is made by a bird, and if so, which one. It's a simple concept, and if you'd like to have fun playing at home, I'd suggest a game of whist. So, teams, fingers on buzzers. Here we go with sound number 1. Yes, Harry.
That's a buzzard.
No, that was your buzzer, Harry. Any other thoughts?
Tea
I know, but it's his first time playing, so... Any more guesses? No, well, that was a hen pheasant. Try this one. Yes, Marcus.
That's Jimmy Carr laughing.
Shall we hear it again? Lucy?
That's a bird, and I think it's reversing.
Yeah. Well spotted, Lucy. It's actually an Egyptian goose, not to be confused with a Canada goose, which, of course, is an overpriced anorak. How about this one? Marcus, you buzzed?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a bird I once went out with.
Not unless you went out with an Atlantic puffin. Yeah, Harry.
You ain't allowed to call them birds no more. What with PC gone mad, you've got to call them women.
Oh, yeah, Harry is right, Marcus. We must try to be a little bit more politically correct. It is woman, not bird. So, teams, what woman is making this noise? Yes, Marcus.
Well, that sounds like the wife.
It was actually the grey go-away bird.
See, told you.
Jack, could I have a turn?
Yeah, very well, Miles.
Is that a seagull?
No, it's a turn, like you asked for. Okay. How about this one?
Николай борьба славянских народов за свое существование и свою независимость.
Lucy.
It sounds Russian. I'm going to say it's not a bird.
Well, you're wrong. It's a Stalin. All right, how about this one? Miles?
Pigeon.
I need a bit more than that, please. Do you want to hear it again?
Wood pigeon.
It is a wood pigeon, yes. Yeah. How about this one?
Clay pigeon.
Yeah, excellent. What about these? Harry?
I think those are corncrakes.
Yeah, easy mistake. They're actually frosties. So here's a tricky one. Listen to this. It's Lucy.
It's a kookaburra.
Why'd you say that?
Because you don't hear them in this country.
Nice try. It was a mute swan. And the next one?
Matron.
Don't miss no bell.
Harry.
I think that's a carry-on crow.
Very good. Very good. Very good, yes. And, I mean, just all together when you're clapping or not at all. And finally, what do you make of this? Harry.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bird.
But you're wrong. It was actually a common shag. This next round is called The Symptoms, and it's all about the world of medicine. In this round, the teams will assume the role of doctors and patients suffering from an imaginary medical condition, and you can be our first patients, Lucy and Miles. The identity of your mystery medical condition is now being displayed to our theatre audience via the laser display screen, and the mystery voice for listeners at home.
Lucy and Miles think they're light bulbs. Lucy and Miles think they're light bulbs.
Off you go, please, Lucy and Miles.
Do come in.
Thanks so much for seeing
How
us.
are you?
Well...
You're looking well. How are your stools?
They are relentless.
Well, firstly, doctors, I've been a bit off and on lately.
I'm very low energy. I've sort of lost some of my natural glow. I mean, I used to go out every night, Doctor.
Oh. But you do still get turned on.
I do. But I'm more cautious now. A friend of mine went out one night and he got blown, then dumped in the same evening.
Oh, no, he must have been shattered.
No, I mean, life can be very cruel. The other day, out of nowhere, a bloke just grabbed me and twisted me around.
Oh, my God, what happened?
Well, he got quite a shock.
I'm not surprised. You must have felt quite wobbly afterwards.
I did, but all I needed was a very gentle screw. Yeah. From a man on a ladder.
Dr. Enfield, it is my considered opinion that our patients believe themselves to be light bulbs.
I agree.
Okay, well, it's your turn to be patients now, Harry and Marcus, and the identity of your mystery medical condition will now be displayed to the audience via the laser display board, while here again is the mystery voice for listeners at home.
Harry and Marcus think they're golf balls. Harry and Marcus think they're golf balls.
Off you go when you're ready.
Do come in, do come in.
Thank you.
You actually look very well. You've got lovely rosy cheeks.
Well, actually, to be honest, doctors, we're both feeling a little under par.
Yeah. Really? I think it may be our diet. For me, it's far too many chips.
I'm more of a wedges man.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm sorry to say, we both suffered several strokes. It's a shame. Things have been going so well.
Yeah, we were taken clubbing by these chaps.
Yeah. Great bunch of lads, very sexually liberated. I think all of them swung both ways.
We were invited to take part in our first foursome, weren't we?
Yes, we were. It was foursomes only that day, I believe. I don't think I'd ever seen so many members out in the fresh air. Hell of a sight. Beautiful.
It certainly was a wild day out. I was blown everywhere.
Yes. And of course, you usually enjoy a bit of rough, don't you?
Yes, indeed I do. But I tell you, after the 18th hole, I was completely shattered.
I think you both suffer from appalling golf. Is that right? Golf? You think you are golfers, golf balls, golf bags.
Yeah, golf balls. Well, the next round is all about the world of broadcasting. As the population ages, terrestrial UK broadcasters are increasingly focusing their output on the older generation. But to survive into the future, all broadcasters are acutely conscious of the need to attract the young. With this in mind, teams, I'd like you to suggest continuity announcements for certain radio and TV programmes that you think might make the shows more appealing to our country's youth. You can start this one, please, Marcus.
Sugar Puffs, Shreddies, Crunchy Nut Cornflakes. One of them bad boys is going to be this week's classic cereal.
Harry.
Stay tuned for man's top tips for picking up chicks. That's farming today, next on Radio 4.
Lucy.
She's Lang, she's Peng, she's full of riz. It's Kirsty Lang with Round Britain Quiz.
Miles.
Next on BBC One, the game show where we invite you to guess which member of your county lines chain is most likely to grass to the feds. Let's play The Weakest Link.
Oh, my days. Somebody shanked these bloods in the arse. Now they got dead ringers.
Next stop, it's repair shop, innit? Where they get stuff and people bring in stuff and they mend the stuff, and then when people see what they've done to the stuff, it makes them cry, so it can't be very good, can it?
You got strong weeds, Don't worry about it, gardeners. Question time next.
Don't miss the new drama on Channel 5, where everything that's massive or whatever, that's all creatures great and small.
Wake up, youth listeners. Right, time to wake up, because it's PM with Evan Davis.
Now for Just a Minute, where you have to spend 60 seconds accounting for your whereabouts to the feds, without hesitation, repetition, or grassing.
Coming up on Radio 4, this fam don't care whose turf she treads on. She ain't afraid of no filth. That's Ramblings with Claire Baldwin.
And now on Radio 4, a special youth edition of the Shipping Forecast. Old Tutter Viking, the weather is spiking. North Shearer, yeah, I see ya. 40s Cromitty, 4th and Tyne. Big up the dogger, this beat is mine. Flippy dibby, wish your force 9 in Fisher. Higgy diggy biggy, now you gotta hold tight. Props out to the Humber, the German bite. Thames, White, Portland, Plymouth and Dover. Just when you thought that the shipping was over. Yo, hey, Biscoe, hey. You better get ready, coming up like Monday. Trafalgar, Fitzroy, Seoul and Lundy. Fastnet, Irish, Shannon and Rockall. Sorry you don't get your forecast, cause I don't know f***all.
Okay, on to the next round. Last night I visited an award-winning Coventry-based gastropub and asked the waiter to talk me through the specials. He said it was basically Terry Hall and Neville Staples on vocals and Roddy Radiation on guitar. Which puts me in mind of a musical round called Song Stoppers. In this round, panellists from each team will take it in turn to sing the opening line to a series of well-known songs. It's the job of their teammate to answer each opening line in a manner likely to end the song altogether. At the piano, we have Colin Sell. Incidentally, Colin was recently mentioned in a very positive review from a music critic who revealed how at Colin's last gig he was given the best seat in the house in the Indian restaurant next door. OK, you can go first, please, Lucy and Miles. Can we have your medley of first lines now?
If you leave me now, you'll take away the biggest part of me.
Good grief, it's detachable. Ooh, ah, just a little bit. Ooh, ah, a little bit more. Ooh, ah, just a little bit.
I cannot believe it takes you this long to Parallel Park.
I may not always love you.
Can you just say the vows we agreed on?
Would you dance if I asked you to dance? Would you run and never look back? Would you cry if you saw me crying? Would you save my soul tonight?
Hand on heart, probably not.
Love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother.
You and I can only get married in Norfolk. You know I can't smile
I think that's actually the Botox.
It's your turn now, Harry and Marcus. Can we have your first line medley, please?
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes, I am. I'd like the spaghetti bolognese and a tiger. It's a little bit funny.
Tesla stocks continued their slump today.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
And this is why the government have had to cut your disability benefit. Red, red wine goes to my head, makes me forget that I
drive a school bus. It won't be easy, you'll think it's strange.
Well, all right, but plenty of lube.
Nothing you can do, 'cause I'm stuck like glue to my guy.
Well, then I'll have to put you both on the bonfire. Loving you isn't the right thing to do.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, as the tyrannical tariffs of time sink the stock market of serenity on the express orders of the irredeemable arsehole of eternity, I notice it's the end of the show. So from the team, Samantha, myself, and our audience here in Warwick, it's goodbye. Goodbye.
Miles Jupp, Marcus Brigstocke, Lucy Porter and Harry Enfield were being given silly things to do by Jack D, with Colin setting some of them to music. The programme consultants were Fraser Steele and Stephen Dick, and the producer was John Naismith.
We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin and your chairman is Jack D.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. You join us this week on a visit to the historic West Midlands town of Warwick. Best known for coming third in Google searches after singer Dion and that bloke who played an Ewok in Star Wars. The first of many blue coat schools was founded in nearby Coventry in 1714, so called because the children wore blue uniforms to lessons where they learned English and arithmetic. Across the street was a rival school where the children wore red coats and learned how to run a knobbly knees competition. Considered to be the father of British ventriloquism, Francis Coudrill was born in Warwick in 1913. On his death in 1989, over 1,500 local residents queued at the local Chapel of Remembrance to see Coudrill lying in his gocks. One of the West Midlands' most famous sons is 80s Formula One legend Nigel Mansell, who's famously a proud Brummie, although technically he's more of a Brummie. Shut up. Warwick's Market Hall Museum boasts a fabulous collection of historical items, the star attraction being the 500,000-year-old skeleton of a giant deer, which once roamed locally. In fact, deer still thrive in this area, so much so that Warwickshire Council has funded several large culls of aged bucks and stags in the parks of Stoneleigh, Charlecote and Arden Forest. In fact, according to official records, last year Warwickshire Council finished off more old deers than Harold Shipman. That's what you get for groaning at the Nigel Mansell gag. Let's meet the teams. On my left, please welcome Miles Jupp and Lucy Porter. And on my right, Marcus Brigstocke and Harry Enfield. And taking his place on the scoring desk next to me, please welcome our resident tree trunk in trunks, the immaculate Sven. Well, we start this week with some new additions to the Uxbridge English Dictionary. A good dictionary is essential for learning the correct use of similar terms. For example, many people don't understand the subtle difference between the words lottery and bingo. Well, a lottery is a means of raising money by selling numbered tickets and giving prizes to the holders of numbers drawn at random, whereas bingo is the dearest wish of the residents of Birmingham. But the meanings of words are constantly changing, teams, so your suggestions, please, of any new definitions you may have spotted recently. Lucy, you can start.
Lambasted, a nasty little sheep.
Harry.
Depict, the early form of descot.
Marcus.
Kindle, what South Africans put on a birthday cake.
Miles.
Poodle, like a Kindle, but for when you're on the lavatory.
Deerstalker, how to begin a restraining order.
Dialogue, to change the colour of raw timber.
Intertwine, a Yorkshire sommelier.
Stalactites, stockings worn in a prisoner of war camp.
Metabolic, bumped into Nigel Farage.
Cocteau twins, siblings whose transplant surgery went horribly wrong.
Vending, the sound made when two circles overlap. It is. I know.
Fiddle-dee-dee, Jack's code name at HMRC.
OK, the teams are going to sing along to some well-known songs now in the round called Pickup Song. These days, rare vinyl fetches a fortune at auction. The holy grail for collectors is Amy Winehouse's anti-Saudi Arabia protest single. They tried to make me go to Riyadh, but I said no, no, no. In this round, Sven will spin the discs, and each of you will sing along to your discs until Sven turns the music down. If on its return you're within a gnat's crotchet of the original, I'll be awarding points, and points mean a frankly sickening denial of free will. What do points mean? Prizes! Yes, and this week's prize is just the thing for fans of the pop charts and herpes-based skin rashes. It's this Guinness Book of Hit shingles. Lucy Porter, you're to start, and I'd like you to accompany Coventry band Selector singing On My Radio.
I bought my baby a red radio. He played it all day. I go, I go. He liked to dance to it down in the streets. He said he loved me, but he loved the beat. Backing singers go.
It's just the same old show.
On my radio.
It's just the same old show.
On my radio.
It's just the same old show.
On my radio.
It's just the same old show.
On my radio. On my radio. On my radio. On my radio.
Well, we all know what a slow hand clap means, don't we, Lucy? Your turn now. Marcus Brigstocke, would you please accompany Birmingham band Fine Young Cannibals, singing She Drives Me Crazy.
I can't stop the way I feel. Things you do don't seem real. Tell me what you've got in mind, 'cause we're running out of time. Won't you ever set me free? This wedding friend's killing me. She drives me crazy, ooh, ooh, like no one else. Ooh, ooh. She drives me crazy, and I can't help myself.
Thank you, Marcus, for doing the Fine Young Cannibals. When did they team up with Bee Gees? I didn't know.
It's uncanny, wasn't it? It's like I was in the room.
Yeah. And finally, Harry Enfield, would you please accompany Coventry band again, the Specials? Yeah, singing Ghost Town.
This town is coming like a ghost town. All the clubs have been closed down. This place is coming like a ghost town. Bands won't play no more. Too much fighting on the dance floor.
Well, if your radio hasn't been attacked by your dog, that was Harry Enfield. Okay. The teams are going to do a spot of acting for us now in the round called Sound Charades. This game is all about miming, the theatrical technique of suggesting action, character, or emotions without words. The world's greatest mime was, of course, Marcel Marceau, who was working as a humble window dresser when he discovered his true calling after getting locked for 24 hours inside the front window of a Paris department store. His increasingly frantic gesticulations soon had a large crowd laughing and throwing money. In our version of charades, team members are permitted to use their voices. So, Marcus and Harry, you are to start, please, and your title will shortly be displayed to the audience via the laser display screen. And for listeners at home, here's the mystery voice.
Ludwig. Ludwig.
Okay, so off you go, please, Marcus and Harry.
This is a television series, and it's one word. So, speaking as a turn of the 19th century German classical music composer, notable not just for your celebrated symphonies, but also the ever-popular Moonlight Sonata, how does it feel to have a BBC One series named after you?
What?
Gosh. So one name.
It's, one name. Does it star someone who hosts another Radio 4 panel show?
Ludwig. Cool.
Ludwig.
Okay, your turn, Lucy and Miles, and your title is now being exhibited on the laser display board. And here again is the mystery voice for listeners at home.
Pan's Labyrinth. Pan's Labyrinth.
So this is a film, and it's 2 words.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me, could you point me to the Le Creuses?
Oh, well, that is going to be a bit of a mission. They are on the right, then left, then right, then another left, then left again, then right again. Then once you've done all that, they are on your right, then left again, and then there they are next to the non-stick tefls.
Okay, so it's right, then left, then left.
Oh, no. Good grief, no. You can't get right, then left, then left.
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry.
Well, you would be. You'd wake the Minotaur.
It's Pan's.
Yeah.
And then left and right. It's Pan's Labyrinth.
Well done, Marcus. Very good. Well, we have one final title for you, Marcus and Harry. And here, once again, is the mystery voice for listeners at home.
The Diary of Samuel Pepys. The Diary of Samuel Pepys.
This is a book, and it's 5 words. Here we go. August 14th, to Westminster, where I did spend the day with my lords Moulton and Clerkenwell at the Rose Tavern discussing naval procurement over many pots of ale. By 11 of the clock, very merry we were, so made our way on foot along Cheapside in search of sustenance, pausing at our favourite wayside vendor for some nourishing kebabs. We were greeted by his familiar cry of,
"Hello, Pips."
before eating heartily and thence to bed.
I think it is the Diary of Samuel Loads of Money.
Yeah, the Diary of Samuel Pepys it was. Well done. Well, it's now time to play a round called Cinema or Bedroom. Incidentally, our own Colin Sell was telling us about a recent visit to his local cinema and his fury at having to pay £6.50 for a bucket of popcorn. He told an usherette how the last time he'd been to the pictures, he paid just 50p for the same. She replied, "Well, you're in for a treat, sir. They've now added colour and sound." Teams, in this round, I'd like you please to come up with phrases that might be heard both in the bedroom and at the cinema. So, Marcus, you can start.
Last time I saw this, it had Charlton Heston in it.
Lucy.
I'll need you to shine a torch so I can see where I'll be sitting.
Harry.
Scared, Potter.
Miles.
It was only when the lights came on I realised there was anyone else here.
Oh, look at that. A cup holder.
Show me the money!
Here's Johnny.
I think we should still play the national anthem before the start.
You came in that thing? You're braver than I thought.
This is Gold Leader. I'm going in.
Prepare for ramming speed.
Just nipping out for a wee. Do you need anything?
When I came with my last boyfriend, he always used to splash out on the pick and mix.
Do you think your parents would enjoy this?
We did it, Sam. We destroyed the ring.
Well, it's now time to play the game called Mornington Crescent. First, I notice our hallway has been carpet bombed by a letter. It comes from a Mrs. Trellis of North Wales. She writes, "Dear Liam Neeson, to the person who stole my furniture polish, I will find you. That is my pledge. Yours sincerely, Mrs. Trellis." Well, on with the game, teams. And so to mark our visit to the West Midlands, we'll be playing the Coventry variation of Mornington Crescent. Yeah. Normal rules apply, though double diagonals are not scored. However, in accordance with Midlands protocols, any player contravening Stovall's second restriction will be declared sneaped and be sent to Coventry for the rest of the game. So watch out for that. OK, so off we go. And Miles, you can start.
Kilburn Park.
Oh, did you say Kilburn Park?
Kilburn Park, yeah.
Oh, I can't believe it. Your first opening move that you made, and Miles, you've already contravened Stovall's second restriction. You can't. Sorry, you've been.
I can't be sneaked already. Then.
Yeah, I'm afraid you are. I really am sorry, but you've been sent to Coventry. So, no. Rules is rules. That's it. Marcus.
It's tricky with the double diagonals, but Edgware Road.
Yes.
An opener.
Gospel Oak.
Yes, that's fine. Absolutely fine, Lucy.
Baker Street.
Baker Street. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
That's strong. Your first go, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh. Bloody good move, that.
Amazing.
Doesn't leave me loads of options, but South Kensington.
South Kensington is good. Yes, you are on a diagonal now, so that's okay. Actually, yeah. Yeah.
Well, if Kilburn Park's a double, surely that's...
Sorry, did someone say something?
I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, Lucy.
Press on, yeah. Okay.
Morden, good move.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's that my mum was actually from Coventry.
Oh, we don't care about that. Can you just carry on? Harry?
Gloucester Road.
Stockwell.
West Ruislip.
West Ruislip. Okay. Right. Hold your horses, Warwick. Hold your. Yeah. I can let you have that in actual fact because we've already got one down. Yeah. So.
My mum would be very proud. Jack.
Yes, I'm sure she would.
Did I mention my mum was from Coventry? I don't know.
I think you tried to. Yeah.
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 Yeah. This is the version we used to play when I was a child. It's just nice.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
There's a bit of nostalgia for you. That's good.
When I was a child, we used to play a version.
Marcus.
Yes. Well, Green Park.
Green Park. Good move.
It's my go.
Harry, your go. Yeah, it is your
my go. I didn't have a go last round.
Anyway. Neither did I.
Sorry. Camden Town.
Oh, Camden Town?
We are.
Mornington Crescent.
Yes.
So Miles would have loved that.
Yeah. Oh, welcome back, Miles. I hope you enjoyed that game.
Got a real sense of how thrilling this is for the audience.
It's now time for a round called Marching Time. Who doesn't like a stirring military parade? I know Miles doesn't. He was just telling us backstage how much he hates them, especially those given by, and I quote, those namby-pamby softies in the Welsh Guards. Anyway, the round's based on those movie scenes where a platoon is marching along, chanting a rousing chorus, raising their spirits and bigging themselves up. So, platoon, attention, by the left, wait for it, quick, march. Okay, teams, in this round we're going to try out some marching chants for other non-military occupations. So I'll call out the name of each team in turn together with the name of a different occupational group, after which you teams will begin your chant. First up, Marcus, and your group will be cyclists.
Okay. 2, 3, 4. I don't know, but I've been told.
I don't know, but I've been told.
These lycra pants look mighty bold.
These lycra pants look mighty bold.
When we see a traffic light.
When we see a traffic light.
We ride straight through, don't give a shite.
We ride straight through, don't give a shite.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Miles, your group now is Church of England Primary School Heads.
Good news about your application.
Good news about your application.
We'll give your child an education.
We'll give your child an education.
So please stop now, you've got the nod.
So please stop now, you've got the nod.
Pretending you believe in God.
Pretending you believe in God.
And you now, Harry, your group is vape retailers.
Come and buy a lovely vape.
Come and buy a lovely vape.
Mango, cherry, lime or grape.
Mango, cherry, lime or grape.
They're like sweets but slightly fancier.
They're like sweets but slightly fancier.
And the cancer you get is even cancier.
The cancer you get is even cancier.
And you now, Lucy, and your group is Greg's Bakery Workers.
No matter if you're on the dole.
No matter if you're on the dole.
You can afford our sausage roll.
You can afford our sausage roll.
The recipe might well sound heinous.
The recipe might well sound heinous.
If you're not fans of lips and anus.
If you're not fans of lips and anus.
Back to you, Marcus. Your group now is British Skiers.
Oh, good. At last. Okay, here we go. 2, 3, 4. About my trips I always crow.
About my trips I always crow.
As global warming melts the snow.
As global warming melts the snow.
I'm such a smug and pompous arse.
I'm such a smug and pompous arse.
And soon I'll have to ski on grass.
Soon I'll have to ski on grass.
It's actually quite serious.
And finally, back to you, Harry, and now the group is Water Company Directors.
We'll send you a massive bill.
We'll send you a massive bill.
What turns into the sea we spill.
What turns into the sea we spill.
All our shareholders will thank us.
All our shareholders will thank us.
For screwing all you silly wankers.
Screwing all you silly wankers.
Well, it's very nearly the end of the show. But there is just time to fit in a quick round of Cricketer's Songbook. Sven is a keen amateur cricketer and vividly recalls the first time he got involved in a game with a group of like-minded lads. He said he'd successfully managed to squeeze a couple of loose balls through the covers when all of a sudden he was taken from behind and the finger went up. At that moment, he truly knew he was out. And that was sent in from Angela Rippon. I suppose I should give her the credit. Well, in this round, teams, I'd like you to suggest for us the titles of songs likely to prove popular with an audience of cricket fans. You can start this one, Miles.
Getting to know you.
Harry.
I can see brilliantly now the rain has gone.
Lucy.
Benno, is it me you're looking for?
Marcus.
My stumps, my lovely lady stumps.
Take me home, jaunty roads.
And she's buying a stairway to Headingley.
Pearl's a spinner.
Yes, sir. I can googly.
like Trent Bridge over troubled water.
She's an easy cover.
We don't have to take Gower's clothes off to have a good time.
Amazing W.G. Grace.
I'm Vorney.
I got 99 problems, but my pitch ain't one.
Aggers do, push pineapple, shake the tree.
Get your box off, honey.
That's good, isn't it? Any more? We've got a couple more. I'll let you do both of them.
It's live and leg by.
Bradman.
Well, it could have been Batman, really, couldn't it? And so, ladies and gentlemen, as the tide of time bears away the turds of eternity, and the wild swimmer of serenity emerges with the foul-smelling fake tan of fate, I notice it's the end of the show. So from the teams, Sven, myself, and our audience here in Warwick, it's goodbye. Goodbye.
Miles Jupp, Marcus Brigstocke, Lucy Porter and Harry Enfield were being given silly things to do by Jack D, with Colin setting some of them to music. The programme consultants were Fraser Steele and Stephen Dick, and the producer was John Naismith.
We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Jack D.
Hello, and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. You join us this week on a visit to historic Bristol. Known worldwide as the city where statues come to drown. Acclaimed crime writer Agatha Christie was married in Bristol to the dashing airman Captain Archibald Christie on Christmas Eve 1914 at Emmanuel Church in Clifton, following a brief but passionate courtship before the outbreak of war. Agatha Christie is regarded as the best mystery author the world has ever known, but I think we all know who done it that evening. Actor, writer and director Stephen Merchant was born in Bristol in 1974. The 6'7" co-creator of The Office remembers an idyllic childhood growing up in the city and how he'd spend many hot summer's days dangling his feet in the cooling waters of the River Avon from his vantage point on the Clifton Suspension Bridge. Opened in 1864, the Clifton Suspension Bridge was designed by Isambard Kingdom Brunel. Sadly, Brunel never got to see the completion of his bridge as he was killed in an industrial accident in 1859. He tripped on a loose girder and fell several feet into his own hat. Around about 1680, Edward Teach was born in Bristol and went on to become known as Blackbeard. Blackbeard is considered responsible for the popular image we have of pirates today, with his West Country accent, long beard, tricorn hat and a parrot on his shoulder. After a lifetime spent terrorizing the American East Coast, Blackbeard was eventually killed by British naval forces off the coast of North Carolina. And as an example to others, his body was subsequently hung, drawn and twice quartered into what his parrot later described as pieces of 8. Let's meet the teams. On my left, please welcome Rachel Parris and Henning Wehn. And on my right, Miles Jupp and Adrian Edmondson. And taking her place at the desk next to me to enjoy an evening of scoring, please welcome the ever-delightful Samantha. Well, we begin this week with a round that's all about adverts. A misplaced letter on its packaging can be ruinous to the success of a product. Just think of the disastrous sales figures for Waitrose Essential Full Fat MILF. Likewise, the addition of a single word to a product's advertising strapline can spell disaster for the manufacturers. So, teams, in this round, I'd like you please to suggest advertising slogans ruined by the addition of a single word. You can start this one, Miles.
Regrettably, Mum's gone to Iceland.
Aid.
A finger of fudge is just enough to give your kidnapper a treat.
Rachel.
Just do it later.
And Henning.
Have a breakdown, have a Kit Kat.
Once you pop, you can't stop oozing.
Probably the 30th best lager in the world.
The ultimate drink driving machine.
Snap, crackle, pop, house fire.
The future's bright. The future's orange man baby.
Burger King, have it your way. Cold.
A dog is for life, not just for Christmas dinner.
Ronseal. That's almost exactly what it says on the tin.
Bisto. Ah, Christ.
It's good to talk bollocks.
Well, it's time for a musical round now, as I ask the teams to sing one song to the tune of another. Of course, you'd have to be a complete comedy novice not to know how this round works. So, teams, this is how it works. Try to imagine the round in terms of a South African diamond mine, with the game itself as the mine, the different tunnels beneath the ground as the lyrics, and the diamonds as the tune. While the diamonds or tune remain constant, different tunnels or lyrics are dug in order to unearth them. In other words, one song to the tune of another. So far, so good. But the poor workers not only have to contend with the constant noise of drilling, they're also weighed in and out of the mine to ensure they haven't stolen anything. What a life. Imagine having to put up with an appalling background racket and the regular abuse of those minor scales. Which reminds me, at the piano we have Colin Incidentally, Colin recalls a particularly happy time in his life playing with the small faces, or as his wife calls them, the grandchildren. Okay, we'll start with you, Miles Jupp. I'd like you to sing the words of Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye to the tune of Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Ooh, baby, I'm hot, just like an oven. I need some loving, and baby, I can't hold it much longer. It's getting stronger and stronger when I get that feeling. I want sexual healing, oh baby. Makes me feel so fine, helps to relieve my mind, sexual healing, baby. Is good for me, sexual healing is something that's good for me whenever blood drops are falling and my emotional stability
there's something I can do. I can call you up, baby.
Okay, your turn now, Edmondson. I'd like you to sing the words of The Lonely Goat Herd from The Sound of Music to the tune of Fix You by Coldplay.
High on a hill was a lonely goat herd. Lay, loud was the voice of the lonely goat herd. Lay, folks in a town that was quite remote heard. Lay, lastly and clear from the goat herd's throat. I think we've all learnt something.
Not sure what. But... Your turn now, Henning. And I'd like you to sing the words of The Wheels on the Bus to the tune of, and hopefully you can get it right this time, the German national anthem.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round and round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all around the town. The vipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The vipers on the bus go swish, 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 all around the town. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, beep, beep. Yeah.
I'm sure you've made the German people very proud tonight. And finally, Rachel Parris, I'd like you to sing the words of Wannabe by the Spice Girls to the tune of Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen.
Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna ha. I wanna ha. I wanna ha. I wanna really wanna zigga zigga. If you want my future, forget my past. If you wanna get with me, you'd better make it fast. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna hide. I wanna hide. I wanna really wanna zigga zigga.
Thank you, Rachel. Well, our next round is a quick-fire quiz called On the Buzzer. So get ready, teams. Here come the questions. What noise do bees make? And buzz is the right answer. Point to Miles there. First finger on the buzzer. Well done, Miles. Next question. What was the first name of the second man on the moon? Buzz Aldrin, of course. Well done, Rachel. In World War II, Germany's V-1 rockets were commonly known as what bombs? That's right, Aid. They were buzz bombs, of course. And can you tell me the first name of Woody's astronaut friend in Toy Story? Bad luck, Henning. It was Buzz. Buzz Lightyear.
I know that, but I haven't got a buzzer.
I don't make the rules, Henning. Next question. A circular saw is often referred to as a what saw? Yes, Miles, it is, of course, as a buzz saw. Very perceptive answer. Enjoy your reasoning as well. Well done. And a crew cut hairstyle is sometimes known as a what cut? A buzz cut, yes, it is. Rachel, you certainly know your hairstyles, don't you? In a room full of people filled with eager anticipation, the atmosphere is said to what with excitement? No, Henning, the answer is buzz with excitement. Buzz as in buzzer, not ting-a-ling.
I'm sure, Jack, I'm sure I've heard English people say they're ting-a-linging with excitement. I mean, it's not my first language.
Oh, look, Henning, if you're not going to take this seriously, you know...
It's not my fault,
Oh, it's
really,
not your fault, is it? Oh, whose fault is it? Capitalism? Nice Jerry who sets up the microphones and connects the buzzers?
Well, nice Jerry gave me a bell.
Oh, I'm sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. Well, can somebody please give Henning a buzzer like the others? Since if he doesn't get one, he's clearly going to keep spoiling it for everyone else. Thank you. Right, okay, ready? On with the fun?
Thank you.
Yeah. Good. In the wedding ceremony, the groom says, "With this what I thee wed?" No, Henning. The answer is ring. Well, no points to Henning on that. On to the next round. Well, this next round is called The Symptoms, and it's all about the world of medicine. In this round, the teams will assume the role of doctors and patients suffering from an imaginary medical condition, and you can be our first patients, Miles and Aid. And the identity of your mystery medical condition is now being displayed to the audience via the laser display screen. And the mystery voice for listeners at home.
Miles and Adrian think they're Greek statues. Miles and Adrian think they're Greek statues.
So off you go, please, Miles and Aid.
Well.
Hello, can we help you?
Yes. Well, you see, I'm feeling rather stiff.
Oh dear.
And people are saying that I'm looking very pale, and I feel cold. I'm wondering if that's why I look so small, you know. Just, you know, down there.
You're lucky. Mine's fallen off. But people still say I look myself, you know, which is a relief.
Yeah. I mean, I do get told I have classic good looks, you know, finely chiselled features. They seem to run in the family.
Well, you're certainly a chip off the old block. The worst thing is people keep taking advantage of us.
Yes, I have been shat on most of my life. The upshot, doctors, is that we're both feeling very old and rather distressed.
That's right, and I think we might be losing our marbles. What do you think?
Well, I think we think you think you're statues. Marble statues.
Bit of,
Greek statues.
Greek, well done. Okay. Well, now it's your turn to be patients, Rachel and Henning, and you've been summoned into the surgery of Doctors Miles and Aid, and the identity of your mystery medical condition will now be displayed to the audience via the laser display board, while here again is the mystery voice for listeners at home.
Rachel and Henning think they're desktop printers. Rachel and Henning think they're desktop printers.
Okay.
Well, look, I'm very on and off. At work, I sometimes find it hard to perform even the simplest of tasks.
Yeah, and I don't feel good either, doctors. I've got no colour.
I am wondering if I might have early onset menopause. I keep overheating. And I did have a smear test recently and it got a bit messy.
My problem is I'm being worked very hard. I'm never out of the office. I hope I'm not heading for another breakdown.
I spend a lot of time on my own, but I'm not very good at networking. I find it very hard to connect.
I feel I could do with a complete reset.
Yeah, I'm worried about my brother. His work's really dried up. I'm concerned he might have got himself into a bit of a jam.
Copy that.
In terms of intimacy, things are fine. Certainly my drive's still there. I'm very easily turned on, although the other day this bloke put something irregular in my drawers.
Doctors, we've actually sought help before, but neither of us are responding to tablets or anything else for that matter.
Yeah, my insides aren't right.
I know, and when you've got to go, you've got to go. And the worst is when you're ready to go and it's urgent and you find you've run out of paper.
Nightmare.
We think you're a printer.
Well, it's now time for a round which is all about the world of broadcasting. Not only do young people these days not bother with anything that isn't broadcast on social media, they also have very short attention spans. Last Christmas, when I suggested to my kids that we sit down together and watch that British classic, Chariots of Fire, all they wanted to know was the running time. I said it's basically all the way through. Now, the people whose job it is...
Nice.
Now, the people whose job it is to come up with ideas for radio and TV shows can be remarkably lazy with their programme titles. So I'll ask the teams to assume the role of continuity announcers, introducing examples of programmes where the content has been contrived to suit what someone thought would make a clever title. Miles, you can start.
Next on Channel 5, a new reality show which seeks to rank every vicar in the UK according to size. That's all preachers, great and small. Now on Channel 5.
Rachel.
On BBC Two shortly, more classic drama as an Edwardian gentleman attempts to trace the family tree of his former personal servant, Stavros. That's How Greek Was My Valet on BBC Two.
8.
At 9 o'clock on BBC Two, the latest episode in our series examining the underpants of famous psychologists. This week it's The Young Ones.
And Henning.
Next up, Jeremy Irons tells the story of a wealthy young man trying to fix the face of his metal fiancée before the big day. In Brideshead Re-Riveted.
On ITV2 this afternoon, there's fun for all the family when chaos hits a gambling mecca on the Côte d'Azur following the arrival of a mischievous sexually transmitted disease. That's Herpes Goes to Monte Carlo. ITV2.
Coming up later on 2, Alice Roberts is blown away as she explores ancient laybys and the sordid habits of Neanderthal men in her new series, Dogging for Britain.
And now here on ITV, in a sequel to the last popular series, Jeremy Irons gets over the loss of his metal wife by stamping her cranium into the ground in Brideshead Redivoted.
Next on HBO, an eerie thriller in which President Trump stays at a luxury resort but forgets to pack fake tan. That's The White POTUS.
On Channel 4 later tonight, celebrities are given the task of identifying ancient Russian rulers whose bodies have been cryogenically frozen. So at 10 o'clock, that's Tsars in Their Ice on Channel 4.
Coming up next, and with scenes that some viewers may find distressing, a searching documentary about the difficult choices men face between cool and fresh boxers, high-waist briefs, modal stretched trunks and cotton-rich hipsters. That's 24 Hours in M&S.
Time to watch Ray and Dave Davis, Mick Avery and Peter Quaife arm wrestle all day and all of the night to find out who's the weakest kink.
On ITV2 next, a welcome return of a popular nautical drama, this time set on the high seas surrounding the enchanted kingdom of Narnia, where an impetuous captain is accused of committing an act of public indecency with Mr. Tumnus. That's Fawnblower, over on ITV2.
Well, it's very nearly the end of the show. But there is just time to fit in a quick round of West Country Film Club. Samantha's a great admirer of West Country chef Hugh Fearnley-Whittingstall, so was delighted to accept an invitation to River Cottage, where he was keen to demonstrate the quality of Gloucester Old Spot pork mince and how there's no better apple than the local orange pippin for scrumpy. And having experienced his exceptional pork sausage in cider, she's now convinced that Dorset cocks are best. Our thanks to Dame Darcy Bustle for sending that one in. Who'd have thought? Anyway, in this round, teams, I'd like you please to suggest the titles of films likely to prove popular in the West Country. You can start this one, Aid.
24-Hour Pasty People.
Rachel.
The Way We Wurzel.
Henning.
The Yeovil Wears Prada.
And Miles.
Die Chard.
Straight out of Plimpton.
Newton Abbot and Costello.
Minehead Revisited.
Bill and Ted's Exeter Adventure.
Dial M5 for murder.
Panic Froom.
Lundy Bloody Lundy.
Indiana Jones and the Temple Meads of Doom.
Torbay Watch.
In Bedminster with Madonna.
Bring me the Portishead of Alfredo Garcia.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, as the tenacious ticks of time tuck into the docile dachshund of destiny, and the common clothes moths of mortality munch upon the coveted cashmere cardigan of calamity, I notice it's the end of the show. So, from the team, Samantha, myself, and our audience here in Bristol, it's goodbye. Goodbye.
Henning, Wehn, Miles, Jupp, Rachel Parris and Aid Edmondson were being given silly things to do by Jack D, with Colin setting some of them to music. The programme consultants were Fraser Steele and Stephen Dick, and the producer was John Naismith.
we present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Jack D.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. You join us this week on a visit to Bristol. A city so woke that even the foxes are vegan. Bristol has a total of 4 museums, or 5 if you include all the stuff they've chucked in the harbour. And Bristol has 2 successful football teams, or 1 if you include Bristol Rovers. Bristol Rovers Memorial Stadium ground was built in 1921 on former allotments that were used to grow potatoes during the Great War. And potato seeds are still planted next to the pitch each year. The club says maintaining the tradition is good for morale, as it at least gives the team something to lift at the end of the season. In the 1300s, a Bristol-based Flemish weaver is credited with creating the first blanket from heavily napped woolen weave. It's almost impossible to conceive of a world without blankets. I mean, just think of the warmth and protection they've provided for any number of Radio 1 DJs travelling to and from court. Each year, the city hosts the Bristol International Balloon Fiesta. A highlight of the 3-day festival is the evening where 100 hot air balloons, their burners blazing, lift as one into the night sky to the accompaniment of a massive firework display. It's officially known to locals as the Night Glow and to the emergency services as No Risk Assessment Thursday. Bristol-born actor Dave Prowse portrayed Darth Vader in Star Wars. However, Darth Vader was revoiced by the American actor James Earl Jones in the actual film. Apparently, the producers felt it inappropriate for Darth Vader to describe Princess Leia as Gert Lush. Dating back to Tudor times, the Hatchet Inn is the oldest still operating pub in Bristol. It's believed the pub's small front door is lined with the skin of an executed criminal. When I paid a visit one evening, I found the pub closed and failed to attract the landlord's attention, despite several tugs on the bell pull. At least I think it was the bell pull. The Bristol Stool Chart is a diagnostic medical tool developed at the Bristol Royal Infirmary, which classifies human faeces into 7 categories, ranging from the type 1 hard lump, which is the most difficult to pass, right through to J.D. Vance. And talking of uncomfortable stools, let's see who's sitting on them tonight. On my left, please welcome Rachel Parris and Henning Wehn. And on my right, Jupp and Adrian Edmondson. And taking his place on the scoring desk next to me, please welcome our resident tree trunk in trunks, the immaculate Sven. Well, we start this week with some new additions to the Uxbridge English Dictionary. A good dictionary is essential for learning the correct use of similar terms. For example, many people don't understand the subtle difference between the words Nebuchadnezzar and Jeroboam. Well, a Nebuchadnezzar is a very large wine bottle, equivalent in capacity to about 20 regular bottles, whereas Jeroboam is the BBC's international editor. But the meanings of words are constantly changing, teams. So your suggestions, please, of any new definitions you may have spotted recently. Ade, you can start this one.
Condom, when the prisoner's on top.
Rachel.
Clapperboard, the reason your ship is in quarantine.
Henning.
Pristine. Christine's less dirty sister.
Miles.
Botticelli. Buttock-shaped wind instruments.
Contact sheet. A judicious poo before being banged up for the night.
Diphthong. How to hand wash your underpants.
Privilege. A hamlet not yet awarded village status.
Shrink wrap. Hip-hop for psychotherapists.
Solder. Soldier who's lost an eye.
Trite. King Charles's favourite fish.
Universe. A very short poem.
Degrease. Jack's lubricant.
Ploy. A theatrical production in Birmingham.
Okay, the teams are going to sing along to some well-known songs now in the round called Pick-Up Song. Well, these days, rare vinyl fetches a fortune at auction. The holy grail for collectors is the Wurzels' famous Aretha Franklin cover, U-R-E-S-P-E-C-T. In this round, Sven will spin the discs and each of you will sing along to your discs until Sven turns the music down. If, on its return, you're within a gnat's chuff of the original, I'll be awarding points. And points mean a frankly damning illustration of all that's wrong with contemporary Britain. What do points mean? Yes, and this week's prize is the latest in French cast-iron cookware for the discerning castaway. It's this Le Robinson Crusoe. Miles, Jupp, we're going to start with you, and I'd like you to accompany, with a bit of help from your fellow panellists, Blue Swede, singing Hooked on a Feeling.
I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Girl, you just don't realize what you do to me. When you hold me in your arms so tight, you let me know everything's all right. I'm hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing that you're in love with me.
Okay. You're next, Aid Edmondson. I'd like you to accompany the Sex Pistols singing Anarchy in the UK.
Right now. I am Antichrist. I am an anarchist. Don't know what I want, but I know how to get it. I want to destroy passers-by, 'cause I want to be anarchy. No dog's body. Anarchy in the
You now, Henning. Would you accompany Jürgen Drefts singing Ein Bett in Confeld?
Have you had a stroke?
No. I was speaking German. It's a version of Let Your Love Flow by the Bellamy Brothers, which was successfully annexed by Germany in 1976. Off you go.
Sommerabend über blühendem Land. Schon seit Mittag stand ich am Straßenrand bei jedem Wagen, der vorüberfuhr, hob ich den Daumen. Ein Bett im Kornfeld, das ist immer frei, denn es ist Sommer und was ist schon dabei? Die Grillen singen und es duftet nach Heu, wenn ich träume. Yeah. Nailed it!
I'll just briefly pause while listeners at home turn their radios back up. And finally, would you, Rachel Parris, please accompany the band Bare Naked Ladies singing One Week?
Hold it now and watch the hoodwink. Does it make you stop think? You think you're looking at Aquaman. I summon fish to the dish, although I like the chalet Swiss. I like the sushi, cause it's never touched a frying pan. Hot like wasabi when I bust rhymes. Speak like Leanne rhymes, cause I'm all about value. But Kemfo's got the mad hits. You try to match wits. You try to hold me, but I bust through. Gonna make a break and take a fake it like a stinky naked shaker like vanilla. It's the finest of the flavors. Gotta see the show, cause then you'll know the vertigo is gonna grow, cause it's so dangerous. You'll have to sign a waiver. Can't help it if you think you're funny when you're mad. Trying hard not to smile, though I feel bad. I'm the kind of guy who laughs at a funeral. Can't understand what I mean, well, you soon will. I have a tendency to wear my mind on my sleeve. I have a history of taking off my shirt. It's been 1 week since you threw your up in the air. You're crazy. 5 days to tackle me.
Yep, couldn't have done it better myself. Okay, the teams are going to do a spot of acting for us now in the round called Sound Charades. This game is all about miming, the theatrical technique of suggesting action, character, or emotions without words. The world's greatest mime was, of course, Marcel Marceau. Marceau died in 2007, and his funeral proved to be distressing for the pallbearers. In fact, it was only after the funeral director insisted Marceau's body be placed in a real box that the situation improved. Anyway, in our version of charades, team members are permitted the use of their voices. So first up is Rachel and Henning, and your title will shortly be displayed to the audience via the laser display screen. And the mystery voice for listeners at home.
Hi-de hi. Hi-de hi.
This is a TV programme, 3 words. Before we start, I'll just pass a script to Jack, if you don't mind helping Jack.
Oh, no, I'll be delighted. Thank you.
Hello, Jack.
Hello.
So it's a TV program.
TV?
Debrief. D.
Something with D, isn't it?
Something with D?
Yes.
World in Action has got a D in it. Hello. Hail.
Hello.
Hail
It might not
D.
be hello.
Hey,
Oh.
hello.
Hi D. Hi.
So, Miles and Aid, your title's now being exhibited on the laser display board, and here again is the mystery voice for listeners at home.
Marathon Man. Marathon Man.
Well, this is a film. It's 2 words.
Look, you just have to accept it.
I can't.
It was 1990, Miles. Just can't keep clinging to the past. It still has the same sort of gooey, caramelly, peanutty goodness.
But honestly, it's important to me. My granddad was one, my father was one, I myself will always be...
Don't say it!
Is it Marathon Man?
Okay, final title being displayed for you, Rachel and Henning. And here once more is the mystery voice for listeners at home.
Das Boot. Das Boot.
It's a film with 2 words.
Right.
Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen. Is this Russell and Bromley?
Ja.
Wunderbar. Ich wollen ein Wellington, bitte.
Ein Wellington?
Ja.
Just ein?
Just ein.
Das ist ein bit unusual.
Ja, ich weiß. Bitte schnell. Ich habe mein Submarine geparkt on a doppelt... on a doppelt yellow line.
Goodbye, Lenin. No,
Well done.
Is it Das Boot?
Das Boot.
Well, the next game is a musical one entitled Songstoppers. It's often hard for bands to make money in their early days, so many will accept commercial sponsorship simply to survive. One thinks of the band Wet Leg, who've just secured sponsorship from Tenor Lady. Well, in this round, panellists from each team will take it in turn to sing the opening line to a series of well-known songs. And it's the job of their teammate to answer each opening line in a manner likely to end the song altogether. And at the piano, we have Colin Sell. Well, incidentally, Colin was telling us that a recent solo concert at London's Wigmore Hall proved to be the highest-grossing performance of his career. Colin put it down to Ticketmaster's ingenious dynamic price scheme. Although the entrance fee was only £6.50, the price to get out was 38 quid. You can go first. Miles and Aid. Can we have your medley of first lines now, please?
Everybody's talking at me. I don't hear a word they're saying, only the echoes of my mind.
You don't hear because you don't listen, Adrian. Because I was afraid to speak when I was just a lad. Me father gave me nose a tweak and told me I was bad. But then one day I learnt a word that saved me aching nose.
Childline.
You say yes, I say no. You say stop, but I say go, go, go.
This is why I have to fail you. That is a major fault. A candy-coloured clown they call the Sandman tiptoes to my room every night just to sprinkle stardust and to whisper,
Do a cartwheel for your nice Uncle George.
One for the Bristol City, 2 for the boys in red.
That's 3. That's a bigger crowd than usual. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside.
But the good news is, if you look at the monitor, your colon's quite clear so far. I'm just going to get it round this last little corner. It's one for all of us who've been there.
Well, I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. And I wish I could break all these chains holding me.
I'm not stopping until you remember the safe word.
Is it banana?
Well, it's your turn now. Rachel and Henning, can we have your first line medley, please?
Out on the wily, windy moors we'll roll and fall in green. You had a temper like my jealousy, too hard, too greedy. How could you leave me when I needed to possess you?
I just find you a bit on the intense side. I like it, I like it.
Well, I don't. I don't want to set the world on fire.
But sod it, I'm turning on that patio heater. Hey, good looking. What you got cooking?
Crystal meth.
Either you can sing or you can't.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near?
Because my pockets are full of worms.
Let there be you, let there be me, let there be oysters under the sea, let there be wind and occasional rain, chili con carne and sparkling champagne.
So you have clearly never been to a harvester before.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is
For venereal disease, I'm afraid. I feel pretty. I'm so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and bright.
That's the cocaine talking.
all by myself.
Welcome to this inaugural meeting of the Jack D fan club.
Well, it's very nearly the end of the show. But there is just time to fit in a quick round called Dinner Table or Bedroom. The IKEA restaurant in Oslo made the news recently when one unhappy customer successfully sued the company after finding a rule plug in his meatball. The trial took longer than expected because IKEA's lawyers took forever building their case. So, teams, in this round, I'd like you, please, to come up with phrases that might be suitable to use both at the dinner table and in the bedroom. Miles, you can start.
I like to dribble a little oil on mine.
Aid?
Well, that's the last time we have your parents round.
Henning?
This reminds me of my time in prison.
Rachel?
That was nice, but I still prefer Five Guys.
If the dog's bothering you, I can put him in the garden.
Oh, no. I think I left the giblets in.
In some cultures, it's polite to burp afterwards.
And it's polite not to leave until everyone has finished.
Just 10 more minutes. The meat really does need to rest.
But remember to chew every mouthful.
Don't check if it's done or it'll take longer.
Bring it to your mouth, not your mouth to it, please.
If you don't eat it now, I'll just bring it out again at breakfast.
Is service included?
Sorry, it's a bit dry.
I've put some little bowls out so you can clean your fingers.
Smack the bottom really hard and see if anything comes out.
I might just have to loosen my trousers and go for seconds.
Ooh, what a lovely spread.
Shall I be mother?
Oh, let's not be formal. Just use your hands.
Sorry, I started without you.
This is mostly crust.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, as the tennis ball of time torpedoes off the racket strings of regret and into the twin testicles of eternity, I notice it's the end of the show. So from the teams, Sven, myself and our audience here in Bristol, it's goodbye. Goodbye.
Henning, Wehn, Miles, Jupp, Rachel Parris and Edmondson were being given silly things to do by Jack D, with Colin setting some of them to music. The programme consultants were Fraser Steele and Stephen Dick, and the producer was John Naismith.